Perspective, there is a reason that comparing angles and ratios is so important. We're going to see if you can figure out why at the end of this presentation. The first thing you need to know about perspective is that there are some common things no matter what kind of perspective you're drawing. Items drawn in perspective will have a vanishing point, or where the object seems to disappear. Additionally, there are three main types of line when you're drawing architectural drawings like what we're going to do for the hallway drawing or for a building. Those line types are vertical, horizontal, and diagonal. Any line that is diagonal should be going to a vanishing point. Another thing to be aware of is measuring in a drawing. We talked about this briefly with the cylinder drawing, but you should be aware that you can take one object and use that object to make the entire drawing proportional. Here, the person is measuring the head of a mountain lion and comparing it to the rest of the body of the mountain lion, so it's completely in proportion. The same thing can be done for a classroom or hallway. Here I have measured the smartboard in the room and compared that length to how wide the classroom is. There are 5 smartboard lengths in the wall above the smartboard in this image. When you begin your thumbnails, you can take an image with your phone and print the image with Photoshop or look through a viewfinder to practice your composition. Remember, composition is how the page is arranged. After you have practiced the composition in a thumbnail, start blocking in the drawing. When you start blocking in or drawing the initial outlines of your drawing on the larger good paper, use a number 2 pencil. It's sometimes easier to do this after drawing what looks like a math graph very lightly in your printed photo and on your paper. We will refer to these sections as quadrants, just like in math. Just like in 2-point perspective, start a 3-point perspective drawing using the corner of the object. However, you need to remember that this object is rotated in space, so the first vertical line you draw is now diagonal as the object rotates. Additionally, in 3-point perspective, you will most likely need to put wings or additional paper on the edge of your drawing, as the vanishing points will most likely be off the page. You will have to figure out what part of each object goes to specific vanishing points. Estimate how far objects are from each other and from the edges of the page. Again, this is easiest if you use one object and compare that object to the rest of the drawing. In this example, it would be a good idea to use the water fountain as a measuring object.